everyone. Welcome to the show. It's a brand new edition of Bring It in the House podcast show where we spotlight musicians, entertainers, artists, and leaders. I'm your host, Millie Mills. It's so great to be here on this hot Saturday in Austin, Texas. And I'm so excited to have my guest here tonight. She is a former radio personality. She went by the name of Marie Kelly, but
Up in
she
here.
turned up in here. But she turned program director of surgical technology. Let's give it up for Miss Jo Williams Cody.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you,
Oh my
thank you,
gosh.
Eminem, for having me. It is
I
such
know.
a pleasure.
It's
Thank
such a
you.
pleasure. You are so welcome. Okay, guys, in case you didn't know, we used to have a radio show called the Saturday Night Jam Session, the Eminem Crew.
Mhm.
So I'm the M with the nuts, and she was the one without the nuts. I was the crazy one.
And we did old school, we did countdowns. It was
Yes,
beautiful. We had so much fun. But
we
you
did.
know what I learned that night
Mhm,
that I never told you?
uh-huh.
I was inspired because at the same time, everybody that we were doing radio, she was studying for her master's. And you're
Oh,
the one that had encouraged me to go to medical school, to uh, go into pursuing my bachelor's and also my master's. So thank you so much. I said, she can do it, I can do it too. I put my resignation on the board at ABC Radio Network and I got out of there. And
you
you know what?
did.
I
You
never
did.
turned back.
You didn't look back, baby. You got shoom. And look at you now.
Boom.
Boom.
Yes.
You went beyond the stratosphere, baby. You did your thing.
I did, and I don't regret it. I
Of
do
course not.
miss speaking, but because of the area that I work in, it still allowed me to communicate with
Yes.
more than just those that walk the street life, but also for those that are pursuing an education and who really wants it, and those,
Mhm.
and also giving them the knowledge to move into an area, a venue such as the operating room, and
Mhm.
work next to the surgeon, to an anesthesiologist, to a
Yeah.
circulating nurse. So
My
it's
God.
beautiful to be an African American woman that knows this knowledge and that can share with everybody. I love it.
I know you do. I know it's a joy for you to wake up and and get to do each and every day what you love and to touch
Yes.
so many lives and make
Hmm.
differences in so many lives and help excel and how you push people forward. That's what
Hmm.
you do every
Hmm.
day. And I'm just honored to know you.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you for the encouragement that you did know that you did.
I
The
do.
inspiration as well. It pursued me to go to medical school in Oklahoma, get my degree, get my associate's degree, get my diploma in surgery. And then I did 7 years of plastic surgery with Dr. Freeman in Plano. And then from there, I decided to do more. So when you have that eager to learn and to want more
Mhm,
and to take that
mhm,
next step up,
mhm.
I decided to go in and teach. And then from there, I became a clinical coordinator in Dallas. And then from Dallas, I became a program director of surgical technology. Then I went from Dallas to Salt Lake City to Sacramento, California, Rancho Cordova, California, to San Antonio, and now I am in Seattle,
Seattle,
Washington.
Washington.
Beautiful.
Woo! I know we FaceTime earlier today,
Yes.
and you told me well, I'm in Seattle now, and I'm like, girl.
But I do come back and forth to Dallas.
Yes.
But definitely my job takes me to Seattle where I'm putting together, or I've already put together, we started in April, from
Hmm.
the ground up, a surgical technology program at Pima Medical Institute in Seattle. And
Hmm.
so we train, my faculty and I, we train eager students, prospective students to work in the operating room. But you have to learn all these skills to get there. It's not easy, but if you're determined to want that, to
Yes.
know that money is there, to know that having the knowledge,
Yes.
of knowing those around you, no one can believe that,
Mhm.
that one could actually work with the team and know um, aseptic technique,
Mhm.
surgical conscious,
Mhm.
anticipation of the surgeon's needs. And all of this has to do with how bad you want it.
Yes.
Um, how bad you're willing to learn it, and it takes determination. And I tell the
Perse-
students, perseverance.
Perseverance.
Yes,
Yes.
you've got to want it, and if you don't want
Mhm.
it, then this is not the place for you. So
Yes.
I really want to just mention to everybody that the bucks doesn't stop when you
Mhm.
leave radio. It's just beginning. So don't try to stay in radio because that's all you think you can do.
Do.
That's
Yeah.
that's not all that you can do.
Do. That's
Go to
right.
your heart, go to the
Yeah.
Lord above, and just tell him and ask him,
Yeah.
guide me.
Yes.
Please guide
Yes.
me. And you
Yes.
you can really get and really experience everything that I'm experiencing, which, we're both, aging,
Yeah.
but we've all living our lives, our best
Yeah.
lives now. And
Yeah.
trust me, the age is there. The age is real.
Aging is real. You see?
Yes, it is. Lord,
Look, and
I mean, hey,
let
we
them
we
think
may
about that for a second. Aging is real.
it's real when we say age ain't not but a number. Okay.
That's not
Okay.
quite true.
Man, so if it looks like I'm high, I'm not. That's
I
just the
know.
age in me, and it's real. And you
Well,
want to live your best life.
yeah.
Things don't come easy as you live. As you get older, you get
Yes.
people that pass away that's so special to you.
Yes. Yes.
And I just
And
want everybody just to understand that you
yeah.
only live once.
Yes. Yes. And
Only live once.
I know you lost your beautiful son
I
just
did.
last
Yep.
year. And for
Hmm.
those of you who are just joining us, we have the beautiful and talented former radio personality turned program director of surgical technology, Miss Jo Williams Cody, and we were referring to the loss of her son just last year. He was a hip hop, how do you say, IWOB dancer.
I wub dancing.
Yes,
He was a
dancing.
choreographer. His
Mhm.
name was IJ Code. He
Mhm.
was on So You Think You Can Dance. He danced with Erica Badu. I think his last stint was he did a commercial with the Dallas Transit Authority. He just did so much. He was a gamer. He late night gamer with my son Damon Collins, and they just was just like this here. And he had best friends around him. The Dallas dance community was just so loving to him,
Support.
and yes, very supportive. And I just wanted to thank all of them as well for being there, and to thanks for continuing to, sometimes I'll turn on their page and they've put something on there where they still think about him, and I appreciate that. He had so much love to give. He was a very kind-hearted son and
Yeah.
very mannerable, and I just
Mhm.
appreciate that. And I'm so sorry, but this is an everyday thing with me crying. So
I
it's
know. I know.
it's a everyday thing. It's a norm now. So,
Yeah, I
but
understand.
I've gone through so much, Millie, to know that he's okay. I've experienced some things where he's told me that, Mom, I'm all right.
I'm all
He's
right.
brought things to me. To me, the color is yellow.
Yes.
And one day there was a parade here in Seattle, and there was a young man in the band playing a drum, and the body size was my son. And I turned around, I just started crying. And then the young lady turned around and said, Ma'am, would you like a rose? Guess what color it was?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
And I boo-cooed. So
Yeah.
on my way to the car, I looked up, and guess what was there? The name of the street was James. I'm
Wow.
like, okay,
Oh my God.
If this isn't him telling me he's
Yeah.
okay,
It's
I
okay.
don't know what is. So
Yeah. Yes.
I just want everybody to know that God is real. He
God
is
is so
real.
real.
And
He
and
is.
and and death, when you die, you're going to a good place.
Yeah.
As long as you believe in the Lord, you're
Mhm.
going to a good place. And you know what? I wear him every day,
Yeah.
and it gives me solace. And tearing is a good thing.
That was
I
a
don't
good
want
thing.
to ever forget,
Yeah.
who my son was, and
Yeah.
he's here, it touching my heart every
Yeah.
day.
Every day. Yes. Yes. That is
Yes,
so good.
ma'am. Cheers
That's a
to that.
yes. Cheers to that. I don't have any water, but yeah, that's a
Hey,
good.
I
Yeah.
got a shot for you, because this comes in handy all the time. So you all got to understand what I be going through. So you know
Yeah.
what?
I
I'm gonna have
understand.
to just do me.
I understand, sweetie. No judgment here. No judgment here.
Okay.
Yeah, we love you and we support you. And
Thank
I
you.
am so proud. I'm so proud of you, all the work you're doing, all the lives that you're touching. Let's go back
Yes.
a little bit though. Okay,
Ooh,
so
let's go back.
yeah, now tell us where your alma mater, where you graduated from high school, your mascot and all that good stuff.
I graduated from H.V. Jenkins High School in Savannah, Georgia, on Durin Avenue. See, I
All right.
remembered everybody. I did not forget. And I started out in radio with Floyd Blackwell,
Okay.
and I believe he's a little round, bald-headed man,
Mm-hmm.
and he just, he taught me so much. And
Mm-hmm.
from there, I started out in radio, doing commercials, and then I was promotion director there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so nice. Back then, radio was very nice.
Oh
We
yeah, it was.
we
It
didn't
was.
have what we had today. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah.
go and hang out with the reps, and we all get to touch one another,
Yeah.
meaning, communicate with them,
Patient. Yeah.
and not have corporate, communicate as the middleman. We just used to have
Yeah.
fun, and
We had
radio was
power.
nice. We
Yeah. We
had
had
power.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then from there, I moved to Dallas, and Skip Cheatham hired me on, and I became the Slammin' MK.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was Slammin' MK in Savannah, Georgia, and I
Okay.
did a hip hop show at night. But then Skip Cheatham gave me a chance here
Mm-hmm.
in um, in Dallas, and I created that show. Marie Kelly's Up in Here.
Mm-hmm.
Mario actually created the soundbite. Marie Kelly's up in here, and the late Cocoa Butter. He did
Yeah. Yeah.
the what is it? The sound bite for my
Mm-hmm.
intro,
Mm-hmm.
and God bless him.
God
Um,
bless.
yes, he passed away as well. But
Mm-hmm.
I started from there, and just had a ball at K104, and then from there I went to 97.9 The Beat, where I was
Mm-hmm.
the music director there
Mm-hmm.
at
Mm-hmm.
97.9 The Beat, where I had
Mm-hmm.
plenty of proteges, Head
Mm-hmm.
Crack, then BB, Big
Mm-hmm.
Bink, all of
Mm-hmm.
those guys. We used to have, and Reggie D. We used to have so much fun in radio.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. Sean Andre. He worked at 105, I believe.
Yeah.
And so we had so much fun there. And,
Mm-hmm.
radio changed.
Yeah.
Then social media came into
Yeah,
play. And
and the downstream streaming of all that stuff kind of changed
oh,
the
yeah, the
whole.
perspective and
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you had, what's the name of the tower where they could tell whether you're playing a song, and you had to
Yeah.
make sure that that song was being played and gave them the amount of spins that, I mean, it's just things got
BDS and all of
yes,
that. Yeah.
yes, it just, it took away the fun. You really couldn't.
Mhm.
Then corporate came in, you couldn't play but certain songs, and
Yeah.
we couldn't do promotions the way
Mhm.
promotions supposed to be done,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
just took away a lot of the love. And
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
then I went to ABC Radio Network and
Mhm.
Hollywood.
Hernandez, rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in peace to him. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
man,
Yeah.
it's
Hmm.
sad, but
Yeah.
rest in peace. And he
Mhm.
gave me a chance, and
Mhm.
then I worked on that R&B
Good.
show.
The
Uh,
touch
the
format.
touch. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See, as you age, you
Yes,
forget.
we
But
see.
then you and I got together, put together
Yeah,
that awesome oldie but goodie show, and
yeah,
that I'm so glad my last stint ended up being so beautiful,
yeah.
and that I learned something from that ending to a new beginning
Yes.
of medicine. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
radio was very nice. I
Very
ran
nice.
into so many people. I worked with well, I interviewed Janet
Oh
Jackson.
yeah.
There used to be a we look at that. Look at
Mm-hmm.
her and the muscles, and I was
Yeah.
like I towered over her. And then I also met Tupac.
Met
Tupac was
Tupac.
he was so nice. He was a very nice dude, very
Yeah.
down to earth, and
Mhm.
he was very humble. And guess where I met him at? That we don't have anymore. It was Jack the Rapper. So
Yeah,
that goes to show.
no. Ooh, there
Have you
was
gone to Jack the Rapper
I went to
before?
one, yes, in Atlanta. It was amazing. It was
Hmm.
amazing. And I'm trying to find, I saw a picture that you had sent
Hmm.
me, I believe, with you and Tupac.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. I'll have to,
Yep.
but I didn't mean to interrupt. And you
Okay. It's
also
okay.
met, Christina Milian, looks like.
Christina Milian. Oh, look
Yeah,
at that at 97.9 The Beat. It was
yeah,
so many other people that I had
the
created
privilege.
a relationship with,
Mhm,
like Luther Vandross. I
mhm,
met Tyler
mhm.
Perry before he became the huge, huge Tyler Perry when he was just coming out with his
Yeah,
plays. And the
it's-
only
yeah.
thing is, if you're invited to go to someone's show, or anybody's invite, I encourage you to go because
Mm-hmm.
you never know where that might take you. He invited me to his
It's not.
play. He had given me tickets to the front. And guess what? I did
Mhm.
not go. And
What?
ever since then, I think
Oh,
about where I could have been had I gone to one of Tyler Perry's show that he invited me to when I
right.
interviewed him. Yeah, on my show at 97.9 The Beat. So, you just never know where those
Yeah.
paths could take you if only you just take that step and not
Where it
be
could take
timid,
you.
not a second thought, do it. But I also met
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes. Love Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes one
Um,
time.
but Busta Rhymes when he had the dreads, and when he had
Mhm.
when he was a skinny guy. So Busta
Oh,
Rhymes
yeah.
was cool.
Mhm.
And then I met Luke Skywalker. We became really good friends. Oh my
And
goodness,
look at
look
all
at all
these
those
people.
pictures. Yep.
Yeah.
And oh, what's his name with the white on?
I can't
And he
think of his
lost his
name
voice
now.
in an accident. But I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
everybody else, yeah, he lost his voice in an accident. But he and I were very good friends. I used to always have him on my show at
Mhm.
K104 where we did New
Mhm.
Music Hour. New Music
Uh-huh.
Hour was a blast because that
Mhm.
my show kind of opened up the Dallas area for Beyonce when she
Uh-huh.
was with the group.
Mhm. Destiny's
What was her?
Child.
That's it,
Mhm.
exactly.
Mhm.
Oh, with Destiny's Child. See, radio. I was in radio for 18 years,
18
and
years.
18 years I got to meet, hang out with so many beautiful people, so many
Mhm.
local people.
Mhm.
Um, the guy that did oh 25 lighters on my dresser, yes
Sir.
sir. Time to
Oh,
get
wow.
paid. He was from Houston.
I
And
can't
then
think
there
of
was
his name.
lots of other people that I actually had on the show and tried to
Mhm.
make their music known.
Mhm.
Lots of record reps that came on the show to really express the first new music from their
Mhm.
artists. And I'm
Mhm.
just all for supporting others,
Yes. Yes, you've always been like
because
that. Yeah.
yeah, and I appreciate um, Skip Cheatham for allowing me to go in and be able to represent the city the way I did. And those were the good
Yeah.
old days,
Those were the good
but
old days. I
were
just
the good old days. Yes.
yeah. You're
Oh, and
so
I can't
funny.
forget Gigi's. I did
GG's.
Gigi's. We used to
Oh,
have
yeah.
a class, GG's. We used to do it live on the air. And I used to, when I come in, I used to, yep, there he is. I used to put
Busta
uh,
Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes. I used to put the um, anybody that was like a in the front. I used to, or in the back of the line at GG's. I used to grab them and bring them with me and just get them in the
Uh-huh.
club, because
Oh,
that's the way my heart was. Even to
yeah.
this day, I pay it
Mhm.
forward. If you're
Yeah.
behind me and we're at Starbucks, I'll take care of his. I'll take care
Yeah.
of hers. Because you
Yeah.
never know where your blessings
Yeah.
are going to come from.
That's
And
true.
I always thought, that even if, you don't have but a few dollars in your pocket, try
Yes.
to do what you can with what you do have. And I
Yes.
believe in that. And that's why I think that I've been blessed so much, and I'm where I am today.
Amen. Amen. So you went from radio personality to boom, program director of surgical technology.
Yep.
Wow. And look at
Where
your
we
write up. Look at this right here that you had shared with me.
oh, yep.
Yeah. Your training
That's
series.
the
Mhm.
operating room global. That's 27 countries that they represent. It was a heartfelt interview where so many countries came in, chimed in. We had third world countries that logged in, Millie, and it was so heartfelt that you could see people walking dirt roads that were logging on, those that were eagerly wanting information on technology and aseptic technique. How can we get the textbooks and the ebooks, because they didn't have what we had, and how can they get taught these types of sterility or aseptic moves, surgical conscious moves that I was telling them about, because they didn't have the resources there. And it just was heartfelt to hear them, reach out and to log in from any and everywhere in the world, Ghana, Nigeria, Mozambique, everywhere, those different countries. It was just beautiful. And you know what? I do it again.
You do
And
it
if
again.
they would have me there, I'd fly over there and I'd do it live, because I know how much that they wanted it. And I wanted to be there more than the length of time that I was on that virtual show, to give them
Mhm.
more. 27 countries. It was
Yes.
beautiful.
I
It was
know.
beautiful.
I know it was. And of course, you shared with me the YouTube channel with some of your
Hmm.
students, some of the
Yeah.
things that they're doing. So I got the clip right here. This is Valerie Flynn. And of course, she's practicing. This looks like her first. I can't see all of it, what it says, but let's take a look. And you guys, this is,
Okay.
this is
And
great.
this is the
I couldn't hear some of what you were saying because while the video was playing, they muted you out. So can you
oh,
explain what she was doing?
yes. Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay. So what she was doing was, it's called aseptic open glove technique. And
Uh-huh.
everybody that has to touch anything that was is supposed to have sterility or be sterilized must put
Sterilized.
on those gloves, because
Mhm.
we cannot use your hand. Your hand harbors bacteria, which is your resident flora that lives on you. And
Mhm.
then you also have transient flora. And that's what things that is lives around you and out.
Mhm.
And then like furniture that you touch, the board back, the picture back here, all of
Mhm.
that. Those are vectors. And then fomites. Fomites is like the furniture. Vectors is like insects that jump on you and bite you and give you the different microbes. So to prevent any of that from getting on you, I know that was deep, right?
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
Yeah, aseptic technique is opening up. She opened it up like poop, and then she grabbed the outer cuff,
Hmm.
put it on aseptically, then she cuffed the next one, put it on aseptically, and then to remove it, you remove it glove to glove, skin to skin, and you drop it like poop.
Oh, wow.
Now that's me saying poop because
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
want them to get in their
yeah.
minds that when you touching stuff that you're opening up that you're not supposed to touch the inside of it, then you
Hmm.
touch it like it's poop. You
Yeah,
know, something
yeah,
stink that you don't
yeah,
want to touch. Yeah,
yeah. Something
yeah.
filthy. So, yeah,
Exactly, that you
yeah,
don't want to touch.
yeah.
Yeah,
I get
that's
you.
and if that gets into their mental and they treat everything like that. And that's how you gown and glove. But it's a closed glove technique when you're gowning and gloving to go actually into the OR and scrub with the surgeon. So there's techniques to everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's steps to everything. I trained or I had my brother Conyers Collins. He went to Concord and took the training. And now he's working in Fort Worth all these years from graduating from there, getting a diploma, and then he passed his certification. So yes, there's a certification you must pass
Of
to
course,
be able to work in Texas because you have to be certified
of
so that
course.
you'll get your certification in surgical technologies. So he's been doing that for years, and I think and I praise my brother for still continuing the path. And now he can become a travel tech and just go all over the world and make plenty of money because it is in big demand.
It's
Surgical technology is in huge demand.
man.
Hmm.
That's good to know because a lot of us, hey, like I don't know what to do, and it's just so many avenues, and
Yes,
you have to stay. It's why it's important to stay connected
yes,
so that
very
you,
much.
yeah, so that you'll know about these opportunities. And time
Yes.
goes fast when we're having fun.
Man, oh my goodness, it's time for me to leave.
Almost
Crap.
time. Yeah. We got another little short video. This is Jeanette Mendoza's
Okay.
baby's first, and it kind of cuts off right there. I may not see all of it, but at least we'll get to
Okay.
see a minute of it.
Okay. Okay.
Yay. This is wonderful.
Okay. Oh, look at her.
So we can still hear you.
Oh, good. So
Tell
yeah,
us
so
what she's
she's
doing.
doing a surgical scrub. So every day when you go into the operating room, you have to do a surgical scrub one time, and that's a water scrub. Thereafter, every case you do a waterless scrub. But this one
Hmm.
here is what we do every day prior to going into the OR and setting up for your case. As you can see, it's steps to it. You have to do each finger
Each
4 times,
finger.
10 times on each plane, and then you do your arms four sides or thirds. Okay, there's 1, 2, and you do 4 sides, and then you do 2 inches above the elbow,
Hmm.
and then it's again you have to keep your hands up, your arms up, and then she's gonna now start on the next one.
Okay. Look at that.
Now, because she's a student, she didn't do that correctly. She wasn't supposed to rinse the first arm. You're supposed to do the second arm first. And then once she's done the whole, both arms, including from the tips, the 30 on the fingernails, the
Hmm.
fingers, the
Hmm.
palms, the arms, 2 inches above, she's supposed to do each one of them and then swim through to do both of them. So, but she sped up the video. But this is,
Hmm.
again, this is a student. She's
Hmm.
practicing at home. And
Hmm.
that's students that are students get to make the mistakes as long as they are corrected and that they are prepared and ready for the operating room when it's time.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I love what you do. I don't have to say keep doing what you do because I know you're going to do it because you love what you do and you're
Yes.
impacting the world positively.
Hmm.
Congratulations on all your
Thank you.
success.
Thank
Tell us,
you.
if you got a second or two, can you kind of tell us what next? What's next for you? What can we expect for you?
Well, it's been years since I've been doing this, since 2004. And I think I'm about to, kind of wind down a little bit, in about a year and a half, retire and just travel, see the world, and maybe log on, do remote instruction online, and just, live my best life now. Don't give up on your life.
That's right.
Don't settle, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and
Mm-hmm.
I have not, and I don't encourage anyone else either. Thank you for
Amen.
having me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful Jo Williams Cody. Now, back in the day, she was a radio personality known as Marie Kelly, and I had the honor to
Up
work
in
with her.
here.
Yeah, up in here, up in here. Oh
Yeah.
man, it's been great. We love you, Marie. Come back and see us
Thank you.
sometimes,
I
okay?
will. Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Thank you so
joining.
much.
Bring it in
Thank you
the
for having me.
house. Love